Welcome back to Madcap Mosaic, going for continuance here. We're like 2.5 runs, 2.5 loops in. Like 14 wins or something crazy, doing pretty well so far. Last run was close, if you haven't seen that. It was part 2 of my last video. There are 2 runs in that video. The second one was really close. And pretty interesting run. Hopefully we see something a little different this time. Minimum, I think, has some potential to give us something we haven't seen recently. Nice, okay. So Guardian +1 when non-basic shields make you defend. Probably not building around that, just good to have. And then minimum hit and saves of less than 3, hit or save for 3. So if you're hitting for 1 or 0, you're instead hitting for 3. The best tile for it is probably Gale. Hit for 0 7 times. That is now just 21. You don't even have to get the buffs for it. We do also have an Empower, so I mean Empower Gale is still good. You're kind of going over the top of minimum because minimum won't affect it then. But since Gale is good, I probably would toss the Empower on top of that. I'm just curious, last 2 runs we both had Mutated Vial, and now you look, we have neither. So we could still random into it, but I do like seeing that, you know, something's changed in between the runs. We can't just keep doing the same thing. One thing I've been looking at, I've actually been considering adding or changing a couple tiles recently, and I kind of want to tweak the adjacent build. I think it's continuously just short. I do think if I take these things, it could be okay, and maybe I should just force it, though I don't want to really subject my streak to that. But I kind of want another tile that rewards having them, but I also need more adjacent, so it'd have to be like something that rewards tiles that and your turn adjacent, and also triggers off of being adjacent, so it kind of does both. And then you'd have World Tree and that, and it would also count toward World Tree. It just might give you just enough to make that slightly more, you know, a more common build. Because right now it's pretty rare that I want to get them. I mean, I always want to get them, but it's rarely worth it. It looks like, at least. Same with Drain. I was actually thinking for a while, I kind of wanted something that triggers on Drain and triggers some other way, like and adjacent and Drain. And I really wanted to do that for a bit, but it gets a little confusing because then if it says like end adjacent or like slash on Drain, it's not clear that the end adjacent won't trigger while it's drained. It almost feels like it should. There's a tip that tells you they generally don't, because when you look at it, let's see here, and your turn adjacent, +2 backtrack. Just from the way other descriptions work, I would almost assume that works while drained or not. But I specifically put a tip in there to let you know, unless it says otherwise, that's only while it's revealed. Adding that on drain trigger, I'm just concerned that might be just kind of muddy things up a bit. Even though I would love to add something that works for both of those, because I feel like on drain is often just short of being something I'm going for. And World Tree the same. I don't want to add one to each because then I'm risking diluting everything. I just don't want to add a ton of tiles. So I've been looking at tiles like, can I make Caltrops trigger if you end adjacent and on drain? Because it's only hitting for 5, but that affects the Trapper trait where you start with a couple and you get the confusing while it's drained, it doesn't trigger the end adjacent stuff. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been looking at recently for potential changes. I feel like both of those strategies just need a tiny something. I mean, they still can be good, but usually it's just a bit less common. Like Lattice can still give you 2 or 3 jams, an excavator, a bomb, and then like a powder and a caltrops, and you can still just like bomb repeatedly and get some crazy builds. I think it's a little too infrequent though. For this run, let's see. I would love to talk more about the game design stuff and play. It's kind of hard though. Like I want to talk about what I'm doing in game. So it's hard to find time for both. Let's see. I'm mostly looking at minimum. So let's just look there. You get +1 on the Ice Race defense. The Circle of Protections are 12 defense on Drain, that's good. This gets buffed in attack and a defense. Putrefy goes up to 3, so that's 12 on Drain. That's a pretty good Drain package right there. With triple Excavator, so I could go like Sneak, Hit and Run, and maybe this, get the Putrefy, and then get Excavator, and then get... I'm tempted to do that. Definitely tempted to do that. I mean, I kind of think I might just do it. We only have 1 World Tree. As much as I want to force that, I'd rather force it when I have 2 World Trees. So, yeah, let's just start going, because I spent a lot of time jabbering about random design stuff that was probably hard to follow. So let's get into the game first. So yeah, just... Wow, that was a fast fight, what the heck? Rats are easy. I kind of wanted to go through the Flurry because this adds this is just good. I kind of want to get this and the Gale first, actually. I think I'm going to change my plan. I'm still going to go the Drain stuff, but getting these 2 that really are great for minimum just seems good. And then I can pick up the Drain stuff. And then I have, you know, Gale is going to be great for the first boss, even if I don't have everything else set yet. And I actually wouldn't mind shuffling and just looking for a good placement on Eye of the Storm. Alright, we'll get the Gale. We got another good Drain tile that's just big damage, so happy with that. We'll just do it here. That's pretty bad. I guess it was risky to take the slash and burn. It just put us in an awkward spot. Yep. 1 backtrack, can't get out of that. Not the best start. That was kind of a risky one to land it here. Okay. Next I'm going to get... Do I even... Maybe I just go straight for the Putrefy now, because I'm only 1 away from an Excavator. So we go like... Ooh, Boomerang is +1 damage. Nice. Ring of Fire is good against Spider. We can hit 2 and 1 there. We like that. Unfortunate. 4 damage. Should have shuffled first. This is gonna be good. And he's just dead, so try not to take damage. Boy, yeah, it's hard to talk about design and play. Jam, I'm happy with Jam. This is interesting. Will we hit for 21 or not? We do. Okay. So it works in the player's favor, which is good. Because he reduces, yeah, I was looking at him reducing our hits by 1. So I was curious if we'd hit for 2 each. I was pretty sure it worked the other way, where nothing can reduce it below 3, like minimum happens after everything else. Okay, so now I want to get to Putrefy the most. This doesn't matter too much. I kind of think... which one do I want? Portal Strike, Explosion, neither of those are super good. Okay, nice, hit for 21. Get the Boomerang, that should be... It's not dead. Little lucky there. More backtrack though, so we'll be able to do it again. Oh, that wasn't quite enough. Wow, and then I double clicked there by accident. Took 4 needlessly. I guess we'll take the last stand, the defensive tile, since it's already as good as a shield, and I'm sure it's gonna get better. Sneak is good against this guy. Nice, we do want to get that, and he's roasted. Okay, so we got a putrefy. Nice, we hit the jam with the slash and burn, that's pretty sick. This is a decent spot, we'll just use it, I think. So now we've got the flurry that it replaced itself with, which is good. Now we'll take 2. That's good. Slash and burn is great if you don't have enough damage. Like it's very strong on its own. So now we go. I think we want to get down to the chain reaction. Yeah, let's do that. Decent hit. This is the first boss, remember, and we're crushing him so far. I think we cash in most of our backtrack here. That seems pretty good. Yeah, he's like on the brink of death now. And we'll shuffle. Nice, and he's dead. Wow, very good boss. Get rid of some swords. Let's get an excavator, which is at the moment not going to be that insane, but I think it'll end up being fine. We'll see, maybe I'm wrong. We'll explode, that's okay. Nah. That's good. Taking 1. Okay, a little lucky there. Do I take 1 and shuffle? I think we do. I think we risk taking more. Even though we wouldn't have, I think we risk taking more if we don't do that. And we'll take the bar the door. We'll see if that really makes it in. It could here. It would be good in this fight. He's pinging us for 1 every turn. Get the breakfast, get that heal. The heal's gonna be good. Yeah, alright, that should do it. How much did we take from him? Like, was that 5 turns? 4. 4 is okay. Not the end of the world for 4. Got a chain reaction. Now our drain stuff might start doing something. Like right here, excavator does 12 damage. Is that... that's not great. Gotta get some circle of protection so we can just use it defensively as well. Don't love where we are, definitely want to shuffle. Glad to hit for 5 there only. Crush that tumor. Crush that one and take 2 probably, yep. Okay. We'll just defend and see. Yeah, we have the backtrack to kill him and get out, that's great. Okay, so now we want this, and we want to go toward this. We want both circles. Also, this shrine, hit for 1, 2 times, that's now just hitting for 6, so anything we use here also hits for 6, which is good. We'll hit for 21 and trade 1 damage. I'm okay with that. We can bar the door and just crush it, I think. Kind of risky, actually. But we didn't get punished, which is good. We know this won't give us anything on drain. This one will. We could hit there and get the move back. And then I guess we'll just kill him. I was debating defending and not taking that 1 damage, but we'll take it and trade. Might be wrong, but There, now we got another excavator and another circle. Hopefully things start popping off now. This is where we want to get some results. And we can excavate here, or ring of fire here, hit the chain reaction and the circle, and then come down here, hit the gale. That was a great turn. Okay, so basically I just want to get above this, and now we can do that. We gotta blow a lot of backtrack to break the lock so we can shuffle out, hopefully this turn. Yikes. Do we take 5 and risk next turn being 15 also? I kind of think you just shuffle. It's pretty bad. That was a big hit. Why did he not die there? I thought he was dead. I'm still scared to use that. I guess it... Like, you don't want to be scared to use them. You want to have it hit something on drain reliably. I would have hit the hit and run. Maybe I should be less scared to just excavate. That's kind of the goal. The excavator consistently hits something good. Oh, another circle. Okay, let's find out. Oh, this is the last fight. Wow, I definitely lost track. So, I don't know if our drain deck got there. It didn't feel super strong. I kind of think we'll be able to pull out the win still. Got some defense and offense. Barely getting in though. Yeah. And I think we just shuffle right away. And let's run Omniscience down. Let's see what we got to work with. We did trigger our secret weapon. I didn't realize we had that combo in there. I probably missed that before as well. Here we can... We could defend. I think we just come up here. And we'll gale and then hit that for pretty good damage. And then hit this and hit the putrefy, I think will be the best. If we backtrack over here, yeah, that seems good. And then shuffle. Get 6 in as well just by hitting the slash and burn. That's how I know the tile's good. This will definitely defend for enough. Okay. This one's not very impressive, probably. We used most of our undrained stuff already. Reset the omniscience and we'll shuffle out. And we'll pay 1 to excavator because that'll probably defend us. So that actually saved us HP. Now we are already most likely kind of out of juice. So we probably should shuffle here. We'll serenade and shuffle. And we'll gale for a good hit. Omniscience for the secret weapon. Did that work? Huh, I'll have to look. I couldn't tell. It happened kind of quickly. That's what happens when you play with fast mode on. Sometimes you miss. It looked like low damage to me, but... Alright, so where are we going for damage? This hits putrefy and jam, and this. Yeah, we definitely want to just get over here. And we can just do that, drain everything, get a bunch of damage. And we have a ton of backtrack, so we can come up here and abuse this boomerang. And then just come back down here and hit for 1,000,000. I don't know, I felt like that drain deck kind of needed another turn or two to get insane. And yet we still won fairly easily. So... that could have just been minimum though. Minimum is pretty good. You know, Gale just being a hit for 21, Slash and Burn being a hit for a lot. Putrefy being a 12 hit. You know, these are 12 defenses. It just makes a lot of our tiles just good base stats. Not the most insane excavator deck, but it's fine. We also fought triple Medusa. I guess they did fine damage to us, actually. Sometimes I look at Medusa as being easier, but like those numbers, that was kind of the hardest enemy we fought. We did have an easy first boss. We had plenty of backtrack and we gained 1 HP. Like, he didn't even hit us. Second boss 2. It's interesting. I feel like maybe the acids need to do 2 damage. I don't want the game to feel unwinnable if you get to Black Dragon with a low HP. But the acid, I generally just eat them and go through them. We didn't even take a heal? Wow, no heals either. Yikes. We could have gone, once we got the omniscience, we could have picked up a second secret weapon. We could have even potentially, depending on when we got there, I think it would have been too late. But if we got there early enough, we could have gone for triple secret weapon omniscience. Get a map, maybe. Huh. Interesting. I think that's it for now, though. I'm exhausted. This is actually just following up the last run, which was pretty long. This one was fun, though. If you haven't seen it, I recommend checking it out. Oop, and if you haven't seen it, I just kind of spoiled the deck a little bit. But it was pretty fun. And I'm going to go brainstorm a bit on adding or tweaking tiles. So if you have any thoughts, any suggestions, throw them out there. I like to chat about the game design and you know, what archetypes maybe need a helping hand, or what I'm looking at mostly right now is where I can add flex tiles that might cover 2 of the slightly underperforming, for me personally, archetypes. I want to make something, add a couple that are flexible, but not in like so, like not in a way that's totally forced or contrived feeling. Or at the very least, if I'm going to go for something that is obviously forced into being flexible, I don't want it to be confusing. You know, it needs to be clear. Oh, this is for this and this. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.